Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Spence, and on this video, I'm going to be going over some old school RuneScape. I'm going to be going over the new Wilderness update that's coming up. Now, this was posted on 10th of January 2014 and last edited on the 14th of January. What it's going to be is an update to completely redo the old school Wilderness. Well, not completely redo, but add a lot of stuff in there that will make it more of a fun interaction for the players. And I know I don't normally do RuneScape videos, but I thought this would be something cool to do a video on for all you old school scapers. And because I do play old school a lot, I don't really like the ESC, but I do play the old school. And I think I've done a couple of RuneScape videos on this channel, maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the ESC. It was alright at first, but then it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it after a while. After I got used to it and just saw what they were doing to the game, I just couldn't stand it. So I'm back on old school, and here I'm going to show you guys the map exactly. Actually, I have it open in another tab here. And as you can see, they're going to be adding a lot of stuff. I'll go in and zoom in on this key here. Now, they're adding more monster spawns, changing the green dragon, changing more green dragon areas to multi-level combat and stuff like that. As you can see over here, they have the idea that PKers and PvMers alike will go to these areas, and then PKers can kill them. Now, one thing I want to point out is that here you see Chinchompas. Now, you may be thinking, why would they put Chinchompas? Because when you kill someone with a Chinchompa, don't they just all drop on the ground? But what I read was they're actually going to make an exception to the ones, or maybe all Chinchompas, all red Chinchompas that you catch, that when you kill them, they're actually dropped. So I think this is going to be an excellent way to bring players into the wilderness. Also, I don't know how successful or how much people will actually be trying to catch Chinchompas in the wilderness, just because of how dangerous it would be to do it. But I could see some bots maybe doing that, which wouldn't be a bad thing for player killers, but you know. Anyway, and you can see there's another Runite ore place here, and then high-level fishing spots. I think that's it for resources. Well, not resources. Well, here's a resource area, but I'll go over that a little bit later. Now, as you can see, the red is the existing, and then they're adding more multi-combat spots. I'm not sure if I already said that. One really interesting thing is they're actually adding 3 new bosses. Well, new full bosses. The other ones are demi-bosses, or the bosses that you can fight alone. Now, these new bosses are going to be the Roaming Bear, the Skeletal Champion, and the Spider Boss. And what these will drop will be the Dragon Pickaxe. Now, as you can see, the Chaos Elemental up here is also on there because they're going to update that to drop the Dragon Pickaxe too. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to add any different weapons. Maybe that would be cool if they added some spec weapons. Not anything as strong as the claws, maybe. I don't know. I did like Dragon Claws, but I did think they were a little bit overpowered. Of course, how do you explain the AGS? But we'll move on to the next thing. Oh, wait, no, I forgot to go over. All right, so the demi-bosses here are, yeah, the Crazy Archaeologist. I think that's it. No, the Queen Scorpion, and then there's a Smithing demi-boss, which I'm not exactly sure. I think that's a rune. I think they said that was like a rune golem or whatever that you could kill and then mine it. And I don't know, maybe it gives you more than one after you mine it. But yeah, I think this is a cool layout here. Obviously, they're still going into it, but I'll have a map to this in the description. All right, so we're going to the monster spawns. Monsters, obviously, like I said, they'll be having new demi-bosses and bosses, as well as that rune golem that will drop rune, I don't know, something. Yeah, and then they're adding a new wilderness dungeon, or they're thinking of adding a new wilderness dungeon. Nothing about this is in stone, but they're thinking of adding a new wilderness dungeon, as well as God Wars creatures escaping, and then red dragons need to have their top drop tables beefed up. And yeah, so like I said, also they're adding the resource place. There's a little resource. They're gonna have a little resource up here in the map right here. This little resource square or whatever, where you can get resources. And I believe I read that you have to pay a golem to protect you from PKers. But PKers can also pay the golem to get in there to kill the people who are trying to get the resources. There's also a swag bag, I think if I read it correctly, that will hold 28 items, but only in the wilderness, and I think only if you PK'd the items. Like I said, new bosses, New activities, resource area. They're adding a new thieving chest, which if you do it incorrectly, it will not teleport you anywhere else, but there will be high-level rogues protecting the chest. Also, there will be an area where your prayer will recharge around the demonic ruins. It recharges slowly, so obviously the people who, or the clan that controls this area will have a benefit and a, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll have a higher chance of killing people. I don't know. They'll have an advantage, if you will, over the people who aren't in that area. Now, the wilderness ditch, they're going to try to remove that. I don't like it anyway, just because, I don't know, it just doesn't feel RuneScapey, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, they're removing the wilderness ditch. They're going to try to, as long as they can fix the problem. Now, the swag bag right here that I mentioned earlier is it will hold up to 28 tradable items while you're in the wilderness. It can be attained from monsters in the wilderness. The Edgeville lever, however you want to say it, they'll be adding a lever. Anti-griefing mechanics. I don't like griefing. Flaming, don't like flaming either. And then what's next here? They're going to be adding, just kind of an overview of what they're going to be adding, what they're going to be doing, and all that stuff. So I'll put a link in the description to this forum, or this page on the forums, and you guys can check it out. It's pretty interesting. I think they're going to do an excellent job, and I think maybe we can get some PKers to come back into PKing. I really hope we can. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.